So now let's see the next chapter, that is the chapter 13th, motion and time. So imagine that early in the morning you are waking up and you are walking straight. So an object in motion is called as, in movement is called as motion, right? When you walk straight, it's a linear motion because you are walking straight. You are moving on to the kitchen, you see your mom grating a coconut, then it's a periodic nature, right? Then I can tell that it's an oscillatory motion. Now you go on to your hall room and you see the fan moving, then it's a circular motion. So any object which is in movement, you can call it as a motion. So you have the next important topic here is speed. So what is meant by speed? Speed is the ratio of distance by time. It can be defined as the distance covered by the object in unit time. Okay. So you are getting ready to go to your school. Imagine your school is after 2-3 buildings through the straight road. So morning you are walking to the school, and evening you imagine that your dad is picking you up in the bike. So the speed varies, right? Morning you will reach the school in less, in more time. It takes more time for you to walk and reach the school, whereas when your dad comes in a bike, the time taken is very less. So if you know distance and time, then you can calculate the speed. So normally the two examples which are given is the speedometer and odometer for measuring speed. You have a speedometer and odometer display in your car, where your speedometer will give directly the speed, whereas the odometer will give the distance calculated. The speedometer unit is kilometer per hour and the odometer, which gives the distance, will be in the kilometer. Okay, so the next topic, if you want to find speed, you want to know the time also, right? So in ancient times you did not have clock. So what did they do? So by seeing the rise and set of the sun, they predicted that it becomes one day. Similar to that, the example which is given in your text is the simple pendulum. Basic example is about the simple pendulum. So what is a simple pendulum? Which is a periodic nature, which is used to find out the time period. Okay. So simple pendulum consists of a small metallic ball or a metal or a stone which can be connected through the thread from a rigid stand. So this will be a rigid stand, this will be the thread, this will be the bob. So it depends on the length of the thread. So your time, so how will you measure the time period? So imagine that this is your movement of your pendulum. So what is meant by time period? The time taken by the pendulum to complete one oscillation is called as your time period. So what is meant by an oscillation? What is meant by an oscillation? Suppose imagine that your pendulum is starting from the mean position O. The time taken for the pendulum to move from O to A to B and then returning back to O. This can be called as a single oscillation. So if it is starting from the point A, then the movement of the pendulum from A to B and coming back to A can also be called as a one oscillation. So we can calculate the time period such that the time taken by the pendulum to complete a single oscillation is called as the time period. Okay. The last topic which you have is your distance time graph. So before that, how is your speed calculated? The unit of speed is meter per second. That is the basic unit. If your distance is increasing, suppose if you want to measure the distance between two cities or two states, then you can express it in kilometer. It is for more distance, right? So it can turn into kilometer per minute or kilometer per hour. So the easy way of representation of the distance and time is by means of distance time graph. So here you take two perpendicular lines, one is along the x-axis and the other is along the y-axis. So along the x-axis you take the time, along the y-axis you take the distance. The unit is also mentioned. So in a graphical take the measurements. So here the table which is given is For 5 you have 5 total 5 readings. The time in minutes and distance in kilometer is given. For 1 minute the distance is 1 kilometer. So before that let us take one more reading. For 0 minute the distance is 0. Okay. Now we can plot the graph. So in the x-axis, so what is the unit you have? In x-axis 1 centimeter will be equivalent to 1 minute, right? The unit of time is minute. Similarly in y-axis 1 centimeter will be equivalent to how many kilometer? 1 kilometer. Now can we draw the graph? See what is the first value? Your time. So this will be your x and this will be your y value. Time is 0. Distance is also 0. So this will be your point. What about the second one? 1, 1. So the intersection is here. 2, 2. Third value 3, 3, 4, 5. So when you draw the line, when you join the line, you get a linear graph. As the time increases, the distance is also increasing. So these are the topics covered in your 13th chapter, Motion and Time.